Hi, I'm Heather Arnos, the Director of Development at the Armstrong Community Music School. I'm here today to give you a tutorial of how to create an Amplify Austin fundraising page to fundraise on behalf of the school. There are many ways you can start, but I wanted to show off our website for a second and show you that you can get there from our school website. So once you're at acmsaustin.org, you can click support ACMS and then Amplify Austin. Once there, we've made this great banner that feel free to use yourself. If you right click it and press copy, you can save that to your computer and use on your fundraising campaign. It says donate now, but that really brings you to our Amplify Austin page. Another way to get there, which is more direct, is just typing in amplifyatx.org, and then you can, in the search bar right here, you can search Armstrong. You can even just type Armstrong and you'll find us. After here, you'll go to our page. At the very top, it immediately has a donate or fundraise button. Before we click on the fundraise, I'll show you a few other features. I Live Here, I Give Here has a match that this typically is used to help cover the fees that come with the program. Many people, in my experience, actually cover their own fees, but it's really helpful to have that match to help lower those fees after everything's said and done. And the other match that we have going on is Tito's Vodka is giving $25 to anyone who says loves Tito's in their checkout box. And they'll utilize that until it runs out at $25,000. So this information below that talks about the school will automatically show up on your fundraising page after you've created it. So I've already started fundraising myself. This image right here is created after I created a login. And this is used, I added this a couple of years ago and it's still my profile picture. So this does not show up in the creation of your page. It's just there in your login page, if you think of it like that. I put my name and then a title in the title page because if you don't put your name and you go back to that other page, you may not know who is fundraising for the school. So went back too far. Go to the page, and I also added a video, which Sarah Beth, our director of programs, and I did an interview that is talking about our early childhood programs. I also wrote just a little blurb. I would say no, don't spend too much time on it, but a little blurb about the school or whatever your connection is. I also put my goal of $3,000 in there. I just noticed that it doesn't look like my picture. It's either your video shows up or a picture shows up, which is sad because I had a cute picture of my daughter playing the piano. I'm going to look at Sarah Beth has a really cute picture of her son playing the piano. And she has a really short blurb, which you really don't need a lot because we already have all of this information about the school there. So once here on the Armstrong Community Music Schools page, you click fundraise. And then this is where you can sign up. If you, some people might already have a login from donating in years past. But this is where you will start. And then if you already have a page, you log in, or it'll ask you, the next prompt will say, please create a sign-in login page. So again, the campaign name, it's really great to have your name in it. If you don't put a campaign name, it'll just revert to your name. Since I've already created a page, I'm going to pretend like I press submit. And again, it'll tell you to either log in or take you to your dashboard. This is really important and can be hard to find, but say you created your page and you said, oh, I forgot to add this, or I wanted to update my goal, or I wanted to change this. To log back in, you go to amplifyatx.org and you click this menu button. And then you scroll down to the very bottom. It's super small, hard to see. They had to make it small because some, in a larger font, you couldn't actually see it on some computer screens. So you click there, and then I log in with the password I created. And then I'm going to click into the top right-hand corner and it says Personal Dashboard. And then it's going to click, I'm going to click Dashboard. So once here, this has Heather Arnos Early Childhood Music Rocks Fundraising Dashboard for Armstrong Community Music School. This first one is the really important one. This is that cute picture I was telling you about, Hazel playing the piano. This, I guess it reverts to the video if you have a video. This is where I put my goal of $3,000. And then you can put your phone number. I think this is when they use this to communicate with you throughout the day and encourage you to raise funds and give you tips. And when I say they, I mean Amplify Austin, everyone there at I Live Here, I Give Here. So that's optional. And then this is where you put your story or whatever you would like to. And I chose to focus again on early childhood. Once you're done with that, you click Save Changes. And then in the other prompts, they have a Make a Donation section. So I did $100 donation to get my campaign started. This is a tool that is kind of interesting. You can use Reach Out. So they allow you to send an email and they create a template already. And so you can just put in the first name and email and whatever subject you want and send an email where at the bottom below this will include your campaign, a link to your campaign. And so if you do use this tool, I would add some more details that are customized to you. And then note also, if somebody does get this email and they reply to it, you will get the reply in your email. So it won't stay in here in this portal. And then they have the Share Socially tool. So this is the same tool that's right here, but I'll click it so you can see. I think it says it connected to my Facebook and it automatically puts in your fundraising link. So I could just type in, I'm raising funds for the Armstrong Community Music School this year with a goal of 3,000 exclamation point. And you can post. I'm going to close out because I've already posted on social media. And then the other really great tool is the Give Thanks. So you can see people who've already donated to my campaign. I can select like I'm going to select my husband read. And then it auto does friends, but since I know this is going just to Reed, I can say, Dear Reed, thanks so much. Truly grateful. So this is another pre-filled out. I also think it's neat that they say the percentage of what you've raised of your goal. And it's pretty much already written for you. So I'm going to send my thanks. And then it shows that it's thanked right there. So that's a pretty cool tool. So that is the basics of how to set up your campaign. This right here is really important. I right clicked and copy, and I'm going to open up a new tab. That's really what you're going to want to use to spread the word, is your personal link to your page. So that is found here. It's found here. There's tons of places. I could also click here and go to our main page and then scroll to the bottom and look at the list of fundraisers and click here and then copy this link. So lots of ways to get to it. If you have questions, you can always email me at harnos@acmsaustin.org. So the next thing that I wanted to talk about is how are you going to fundraise and how do you get people to support your campaign? One of the, I think, kind of things that surprise most people is that Amplify Austin, I have relied more on other forms of reaching out over social media. I think most people think that Amplify Austin, you get all of your money from being really popular on social media. One, I'm not popular on social media. And two, you can certainly do it without using social media at all. And so I have this little presentation. I'm going to share this play from current slide. Well, it's in the presentation mode, so sorry. But this is the big tips is create a list first. So go through your contact list in your phone, look at your favorite people's, look at the people that you have recently called, go through your text messages, look at the people you're talking to in the last month or so. After you've gone through that, then you can go through social media and look at your social media direct messages probably before you look at all the people who've liked posts that you have done. But the people that are talking to you in those direct messages, that's another really excellent place where there are a list of people that you can reach out to. I even look through my Christmas card list. That's a huge list. I won't be sending probably requests out to that many people, but those are all really great places to find a list. Once you've done that list, then you can start to reach out to the people. And these are the in order of personally where I found the most effective. One, in person. So for many people, it's their first time ever fundraising for the campaign. And tell them that, like that you're nervous or you're excited or you really don't know what you're doing, but that, you love for your friends' support or love for them to share your fundraising link to other friends that might really value music education. After that, I think phone calling, I mean, it really depends on the person, but It's hard to say no if you have someone on the phone. And if they do, they have their reasons, and that's totally fine. But phone is the next greatest, and then text message. And a lot of people you might be using multiple of these forms, followed by email. So I personally actually usually start with email because I can email groups of people. It's best if you email one person at a time so you can personalize it. But groups of people is also fine as well. And then sometimes I'll follow up with a text message to remind people. And then lastly, all of the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I forgot to say LinkedIn. Someone reminded me the other day, through direct message. So sending people a message that way, telling them about your campaign. And then social media, sharing on social media is last. Although I would say always do it, because you'll always get someone who just will really support anything that you do. And so that's always great to post on social media. And all of these are different like forms of reminders for people. And I wanted to stress this as well. The reason why it's really important to have fundraisers in an Amplify Austin campaign is that we get inundated with ads and marketing, not just from other nonprofits and not just on Amplify Austin Day, all the time. Like, it is incessant. And so it's so valuable to have a friend or a familiar face, come up in your inbox or come up in a text message that's reaching out for support. Your voice is so much more important and louder than any organization can ever be. So that's why it's so important to have fundraisers. And I really wanted to thank you for listening to this video, and thank you for considering fundraising for the Armstrong Community Music School. If you have any questions, please email me at harnos@acmsaustin.org.